Alright guys, I'm at the ranch. As you can see, got my boy. Can my boy have a kiss? Give mommy a kiss. Oh, mommy kiss. Yes. Oh, yeah. And I had a consultation this morning. What is it, Peppa? What is it, my sweetie? And this woman was going on and on about how the carnivore diet didn't help her lose weight. And it's like all this stuff I've been talking about keto throughout the years, now I'm doing it with carnivore. It's always the same thing. People are so desperate for weight loss mainly that they really don't understand how hormones work. And then we have the other camp of why the carnivore diet didn't fix my microbiome. So it's very simple. I just want to do a quick video and explain this. Very simple concept because I get a lot of new people who've never seen me before, and they seem to not understand that weight loss is not about calories. It's about your hormones. And most people are going and entering these diets with jacked hormones. We're talking every type of hormone. We're talking adrenal hormones. We're talking reproductive hormones, thyroid hormones. Those are the three areas of the body where people tend to get out of whack and lose their shite. And then they hear about the carnivore diet, or they'll follow these other gurus who make it sound so easy, and then they don't have that type of success. If anything's made or looks super easy, it's not. So I'm 53, and of course, I lift. Y'all know about the business. I'm covering my arms, so I get hay all over. But it's not because of my genetics. It's because of what I've done to my genetics. And I think a lot of people forget that. It's like what you do to your body is going to indicate, can I speak, what's going to happen to it. Your body is your mind and body are very connected. And when you're having an emotional period of your life, which most people do, especially through the Rona, oh, the Thunders, he's chilling. He's like, yo, buddy, I'm chilling, probably gonna go pee or poop. Let's see where he goes. Where he going? My walker? Oh, he's gonna poop. See, he's really clean. He only poops in the back. But I digress. And his poop, you guys, it's magical. If you compare his poop to these other horses here, see that? Who are bored because the owners don't do anything with them. They're like round and solid and not mushy. Now, if I go to their poop, it's really mushy, but I digress. The point is that if you have a microbiome problem and you're eating a bunch of beef, you are not getting a diversity of food or bacteria, which means you don't have or won't be able to develop a diverse gut. And that is what the problem is. Bubs. Bubs. Tell these people what time it is. Baby. Bubba. Right? Huh? No, I know. You should just sweetie pie. You guys, this horse is the sweetest horse ever. He's gonna go back to his hay pillow. So you have to keep them engaged. Okay. So you're eating, where's your beef coming from? You know, is it grass fed? What did that cow eat? I know, it seems so picky, but it's really about our health, right? Because we only get this body one time. Stephanie's only gonna be Stephanie once, so why would I frack with that stuff? Okay, now there's a bee behind my camera, but I'll ignore it. So, essentially, people are eating a lot of, and I expressed this before in another video, you eat a lot of red meat, you're getting a lot of iron, but you're not getting a balance of copper and zinc. And so you need these substrates to make diamine oxidase to deal with the leaky gut, which is why a lot of you even went on a carnivore diet. So, you know, in the beginning they're like, eat 2 pounds of beef, you're going to get your salts from that, you're going to get your energy from that because the meat's going to be high. And I mean, the people that I consult, the people that they speak to or have consulted with, the stuff they tell them, it's embarrassing. And people come like, I don't know why I'm constipated, or now when I try to have one little leak, I get super bloated. My hair is falling out, and I'm tired all the time, and I'm dehydrated, and my kidneys hurt, and it's the same stuff I say in every damn video. This can happen to keto people too, because maybe it was about 6 years ago, and the whole time I was talking about keto before it was actually popular, mega popular. Somebody said like, yeah, you could eat a lot of meat, it's fine, you could be in ketosis. Some idiot said that. And then all the gurus, not all of them, most of them start saying the same damn thing. And then again, we have problems with GFR, with kidney filtration rate. People are chronically dehydrated. They were not entering ketosis because they have hypochlorhydria. They're eating all that beef. They're not digesting it very well. The irony is, if you don't eat beef, if you don't eat meat and red meat, you lose a lot of enzymes, protease, to break down meat. And then when you eat too much of it and you have hypochlorhydria, then unfortunately you're eating a lot of meat, and then you're starting to have issues, especially with the lean meats. You're having issues with gluconeogenesis, your blood sugar, and your gallbladder. You need gallbladder. You need to eat fat. So the gallbladder can continue to function properly. And people don't think this way. It's like, ew, fat, I'll just eat a lot of protein, call myself keto. Or people who are eating almond flour, I still don't get why people are drinking coffee and the cheese and the nuts and the almonds. And I love, the woman today was like, I love them though. And she still was a mess, really sweet woman. But she was overweight, 5 feet tall, and sorry about that, guys. I normally have my notifications on silent. And then you have to remind people, I'll say, I asked, are you constipated? Nope. I just miss pooping sometimes. I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay. And she's like, am I supposed to poop every day? And I'm like, maybe even twice, at least once. And you should clear out the bowels. And if you don't, you have to consider what's going on with the microbiome, what's going on with candida. A lot of you guys have candida overgrowth. This whole popular thing about refeeding on carbs and calling yourself keto. You guys, look, I think I'm going to do another video about this too. You either do low carb, high fat, which is still dependent on blood sugar and carbs, but it's lower than the standard American diet, or you become ketotic on keto omnivore or carnivore. And I call it a quasi carnivore because you can't, what I've seen in people, I can only use what I've seen in people. You can't be on it all the time. People start to develop secondary issues. Now, some people just swear by it. They drink the friggin' Waco, Texas Kool-Aid. They're so convinced. You can't get them off the narrative, no matter how much I challenge them. And especially if they get defensive, then I know that's you're never going to reach them. Defensive people hold on to an idea, and they just no, I'm fine. I intermittent fast, especially the intermittent fasters, and they look like crap, and they've got crepey skin, and all this type of stuff starts going on. Their electrolytes start tanking. All this stuff starts tanking. The hormones start tanking. They're like, I do great. I'm fabulous. And I'm like, well, far be it from me. And then they get really irritated. I'm like, okay, if you can't discuss this, then it doesn't matter what I say. And then they'll go online and push it hard to you guys, and you'll be like, but this person does it and they're fabulous. What can you do? You try to get people to use their critical thinking. Challenge ideas, mine, anyone's. Don't just, autophagy, why are you fasting? Or the autophagy benefits. Are you superhuman now? Are you superhero? Can you fly over buildings? Because as far as I see, you still have the same damn problem you always have. But they can't see it, you know what I mean? We're living in a weird time where, I get it, there's a lot of information out there. But you also have to challenge this information, even if it's keto. I started doing low carb, high fat consultations, which is still on carbs, because people were having such a hard time sticking and adhering to a very disciplined keto omnivore diet. And then when people went over to carnivore, I'm like, y'all need to diversify, introduce plants here and there on this carnivore journey. Because if you have diverticulitis or some type of Crohn's, I think that carnivore is awesome, but not 2 pounds of beef, not with hypochlorhydria and adrenal issues. And if you have a gallbladder issue, then there are strategies to work around that gallbladder, for sure. Even if you don't have one, or if you've got sludge or stones, there is ways to work around it. But I do these videos to always remind you guys. People are like, can I ever get better? I'm like, of course you can. But the type of discipline and open-mindedness that it takes is a lot. And I don't know if people can get off of their routine of staying up late and drinking their coffee. I don't know how many people I'm like, you need to get off the coffee, and you just watch. Like today, the woman was just a little irritated with me. She didn't say she was irritated. She was just sort of like short and like to some of the things I was saying. I go, I get it. I'm telling you to get off coffee. I'm telling you to take your phone away from the bed. And in your mind, like, and she was only eating twice a day, not very much. And that made me concerned about her thyroid because of constant chronic constipation. And I was like, I know it sounds really rough that I'm taking away the things, you know, like you've already made sacrifices, but I said, this is your health. Do you want to, you've got to do an N=1 experiment to know. It's the same thing with like moving. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, leaving this place and experiencing somewhere else. And people here in Cali are so afraid. They're like, it's the best here. And I'm like, they destroyed this beautiful state. You can't see it because I'm on the ranch property, but past that tree right there are mountains. And they're everywhere. And it's amazing, right? I just take them across the street and I can ride to Canada. I mean, look at this day, okay? We're almost in November. We're like a day shy, 2 days shy. And it's gorgeous. The weather is like right now, this very moment, it's divine. But you gotta know when to make those changes because you evolve. Remember, you eat one food, you have one microbiome. You do one routine and your body's not doing what it wants, you're eating 2 pounds of beef, and you're not diversifying, then you're having issues with the body. It's just a reminder for you guys to, you know, open your mind. Don't take things as being criticism, but as information that you can access if you choose to and learn more about it. A lot of people are afraid of change. They're like, 2 pounds of beef, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm not eating that fat. Oh, the woman today went on and on about the cholesterol. Well, she didn't go on and on, but she was so convinced that our cholesterol was high. And I was like, well, you know, well, what have you learned about it? Just listen to what the doctors say. 12 minutes is way too long. It's going to take too long to upload at the ranch. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com, and I won't sell you a car, but I'll sell you a lot of good Stephanie stuff. I mean, like good heart, good soul. I have a course that covers now all 3 diets for people who are trying to go from low carb, high fat, which you'd still have things like yellow squash or zucchini if you don't have a histamine reaction to them. White rice, if you don't have a histamine reaction. Try to stay away from foods, parsnip or yucca, not stay away, but just keep foods around that are low histamine. And if you don't do well with carbs and starches, then we got to find a way to time that food out perfectly so you don't deal with hypoglycemia. Because if you do, these diets won't work. Your immune system is going to go haywire. And definitely wake up to some organ meats. I do consultations, so I will be making a move where I'll be able to open up my calendar and have consultations all day. So at least email me through the contact list on my website and ask to be on the list, the short list. I'll put you on. Alright guys, time to go and enjoy this day with my horse. I'm actually going to go ride him bareback. We went on a long ride yesterday, and today he gets just like a soft ride instead of a hard ride. This horse is the shite, okay? He beat a thoroughbred. Mind you, it was slowly uphill because thoroughbreds, they gas out. If you start going uphill, we could toss that thoroughbred to the side. That boop. Can't beat this. Can't beat this. He's such an awesome horse. Huh, Bubs? Huh? And he's so cool because he's got one blue eye. You guys can kind of see it. And he got one brown eye. And he's a medicine hat. See under this fly mask? He's a medicine hat. I'll show you guys later. I love this horse. People are like, They're like, are you going to take your horse with you? And I'm like, that's why I'm going. Because of him. He needs to be in the nature. And he needs to be in my backyard. So I could just sit and kiss and hug him all day long. Drive him nuts. This horse is so used to me kissing him. Thunder. Thunder. Hey, can I interrupt you? Hey, can mommy have a kiss? Mom, oh, give mommy kissy. My kissy kissy. Oh, I love that horse. All right, guys.